You may recall back on day 24, I mentioned that I had some information about how to get some predictability around my work schedule so I can start doing regular therapy. The guidance I got at work was to find a provider, get the therapy scheduled, and then go to management with the request for an accommodation to allow me to attend that therapy regularly. So the next step after that was to contact the psychiatrist who I met with, who helped me change my medication and recommended the particular types of therapy that he thought would work for me, to ask him if there was any way to get a list of providers or sort the list of providers that's available to zoom in on the providers who offer the types of therapy that he thought were appropriate. It took me most of the rest of that week to remember to sit down and write that message to the doctor, but I finally did it. And it has been probably a little over a week and a half now since I sent that message, and I hadn't gotten a response. And so I went in to just check and see if there had been, maybe I had missed a notification or something. And it turns out that I had never actually sent the message that I wrote. It was saved as a draft in my health insurance website and hadn't been sent to my care team. And so I got to struggle to tamp down the immediate, how could you be so stupid? Why would you do that? You're derailing your progress toward recovery before you've even started. Yada, yada, yada. I am disappointed with myself because normally that kind of detail is something that I'm pretty good at managing. And so to find out that I had neglected the very simple step of clicking send was frustrating. But in the grand scheme of things, a delay of a couple of weeks in what is, I'm sure, going to be, well, what has already been a lifetime of wrestling with these issues. And now that I have some more information and better focus, will still yet probably be years of trying to understand and overcome. I know that a couple of weeks doesn't make a huge difference in that grand scheme of things. And so, once again, I'm getting to practice being kind to myself. I got to tell you, it doesn't feel as good as not making mistakes in the first place. But on the other hand, there are a lot of things that we do. I know this very well as an audio editor. There are a lot of jobs and tasks and things that we do for people, whether it's for work or not, that don't tend to garner much attention unless they're messed up. Like if you notice my job as an audio editor, I've probably fucked something up. And I think that's a thing that we do to ourselves. At least I know I do it to myself, that I tend to give myself a lot more attention when I've made a mistake rather than noticing or celebrating the things that I've done right or done well. I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, which may be a symptom of that same problem, but I will try for tomorrow to have a thing that I have done well to share with you on the last day of my 40s. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you again soon.